the NBA suspended playoff games 2 nights ago over all the stuff that's going on in Wisconsin. They said
Kenosha.
Yep. So what did you think of that move? Do you think what do you think of that move in general? Is it effective? Does it create resentment? Will it help push change and awareness, or does it not even matter?
Well, I mean, it certainly brings attention, because it was one of the few sports that were going on. And so then it rolled into baseball and women's basketball and some other things, soccer, cancel games as well. But I'm of the mind that if you're doing this, the consequence should be there, right? And so these professional basketball players felt strongly enough about something going on socially that they believed that they were best served by bringing attention to it by walking off the court. Mm-hmm. Okay, you forfeited the game. I am not of the mind that you postpone the game or play it a different day. Yeah. This person left the game in a protest. And so part of it is taking the weight of that responsibility, which is, okay, you don't get paid for the game. If there's a fine for you not showing up for a game in the NBA rules, you get fined for it. Your team loses the game if enough of your players are not there, and then you move on with whatever that is. Otherwise, all you're saying is, hey, I took another day off, and I'll see you. Because that's exactly what happened, right? This turned into, we just took a few days off because we felt like it, and we're going to be back sometime, which is not a protest at all. A protest is when you bear the burden of the choice that you make and you separate from whatever the activity was so that you bring some focus to it. But it comes with, like I said, that back-end responsibility of, okay, that do it. And you certainly can make all those choices, but understand you will be fined, you will not earn, and your team will forfeit. And it's okay. That's the choice.
Yeah, I think that's a good take, a take that I agree with. And for me, I say it's not up to me to judge that decision, in my opinion. Not that I don't judge things, but I just say leave it up to the fans to decide how they will take that. Will you take it for granted? You'd be like, screw you. Will it affect? That's what I'm curious. I say let just because the NBA is popular now and these guys make millions of dollars, it doesn't mean that's always going to be the case. I mean, things change as we see, and we can be living in a very different world. But if it does affect change and people support it and they watch more and they like that decision and the NBA gets more popularity and it raises awareness or affects change, then good on them for it. And if it doesn't, well, you shouldn't have done that. That's how I feel.
Well, I will tell you, it's another step in the politicization of all of these different things.
Yeah, there's no escape.
Whereas it used to be that was the escape, right? Yeah. We wanted that as the diversion from life. We wanted to watch the football game. We wanted to watch the whatever, and we chose to do it. And it was very unusual to interrupt it for something political because that wasn't the point. I don't tune into a basketball game to get your political view, whether I agree with it or not. That's not the point. It's just not the place for it. And so in my world, it's a lot like actors and actresses talking about, anything. They pretend on the screen. And so then to come back and say, well, I want to tell you my views. It's like, well, wait a second. Now I have to go through a whole level of vetting to understand if you have views, if you've researched it, if you're thought out. Before that, all you were was the person that pretended and read some lines, and you did a great job, and I loved you for it. And so it's a very different thing. So
yeah. Great point. There's seemingly no escape anymore from anything. The politics will chase you down and find you
and beat you.
Yeah, absolutely.